this kind of brings me to my next question with the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation and the whole Treyway situation. Do you know any of these guys?
No, I know some of them that was around them, but nah, I never really met them.
Okay. When you look at that situation, from your point of view, as someone who has been through the system and so forth, you know, and I only know what I've read and what we reported on, but you got the situation with the 9 Trey Bloods. A bunch of them got hemmed up, you know, Mel Murder, Shotty, I think a few other guys, and Tekashi 6ix9ine. They all got hemmed up, and you know, by the feds, and they're facing a bunch of different charges. Based on what you know, so when you went to prison, was it Fed cases or was it state?
It was state cases.
It was state cases,
yeah.
Which I heard is actually easier. I mean, in terms of trying to beat it and so forth.
Definitely.
Because the feds, I've heard different numbers. The average I've heard is like a 95% conviction rate.
Yeah, it's in the 90s.
In the 90s.
It changes within the years, but
it's usually in the 90s.
Yeah, it's hard to beat them.
When you look at that case, do you think there's any sort of reasonable chance of these guys walking away from this? Based on, they have photos, they have, and I heard they have a snitch. They had an informant in there that was recording stuff also.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like Tekashi's gonna tell. You know what I mean? It really depends. It depends on who the feds want. You know what I mean? If the feds already, because they don't come, the feds don't come until they already have the shit all mapped out. You know what I mean? They're not gonna come half-ass, put you on to it, and then they already got it mapped. Or they might come and then like let you go. In their case, you know what I mean? Because the feds came, they raided his house before. He even said it that the feds be parked outside of his house. So they already have the shit all mapped out before they come and put them handcuffs on you. You know?
Right, because I believe that the phones were being tapped and everything else like that.
The feds, when they come, they already had a shit mapped out, right? So I believe that there was somebody with the wire on. I believe that because they want, see, you know what it is? If Tekashi and all of them, if they weren't so loud, I don't think it would be as drawn out. But because he was so loud and so like, yo, you know, what happens is, all right, here's my breakdown of Tekashi. I don't feel Tekashi's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think Tekashi is he's just a regular kid. You know what I'm saying? And he bought into this whole persona, he bought into this lifestyle for clout. So he basically just turned his whole life for clout, so he could pursue this career. He put tattoos on his face. He did all of this so he can create this character, right? And also with the gang that's even more interesting for the eye, for the story, for everything. You have all of these gangsters around. You have all of this. So he did all of that knowingly in his mind. I'm gonna do all of this so it could even look crazier, so I could get so much hype and so much clout and so much this and cause so much commotion. And I think he was genius for that. You know what I'm saying? Because marketing-wise, he was genius for that. But I think he was fucking stupid as fuck that he didn't think that there was going to be repercussions for this. You know what I mean? Because you're playing with fire. You're fucking telling gangsters. You're telling people, you're playing with a lifestyle that people died for. You're playing with a lifestyle that people fucking murdered for, that people lost their fathers for, that people, you know, did all of it. Like, you know what I mean? This is like the gang culture is like deep. You know what I'm saying? So now here come this guy that obviously is not part of this shit, and he just comes in this shit, and then he's just fucking, you know, just like telling people to suck his dick and like just doing all of this extra shit for clout, right? But you're doing this to people that are real, you know, that are really about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're really, even if he's not telling the certain people, you know, he's just causing a lot of commotion amongst real gangsters.
Oh, right, because did you see that one TMZ video where he was on the phone with Tato?
Yeah.
You know, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, I got a 30-pack on him," and it was like, "Yo, like, did he just put a hit out on him on fucking with a camera on his face? You know, with a visible camera rolling while he's saying that?" And I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but when you're watching it, you're just like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
That's reckless, bro.
And then you know, so, a shooting happened. He got, you know,
and this is what the
got
RICO
shot
is.
Out right afterwards.
So he's nabbed for the RICO. So the RICO is basically, the RICO came about because for organized crime.
RICO stands for
racketeering, continued.
Continued criminal organization.
Yeah. Okay. So this came about.
Racketeer, influenced, and corrupt organizations.
Okay. So this came about because of the mafia, right? It started because of the mafia, because it was so hard for the police to keep them on charges because nobody talked, right? Nobody wanted to tell, and it was just so hard. So the feds came up with this thing called RICO that made it easier for them to. You don't need solid evidence like that before, right? All you need is proof that you're part of the organization.
Yep.
And proof that you had conversations, that you knew about, you know, things like organized crime, like you used the crime, the gang, the organization to commit crimes. That's it. That's all you need. So that right there, right? And it's crazy that TMZ put that out, but I guess it's a media outlet, but it's crazy that, you know, because this could really, I don't know if they're using it, but that could potentially put them away. You know what I'm saying? That particular thing. Because they can prove, like, all right, they can prove right now, all right, that you're part of the organization, right? We're proving that you're part of the organization. You said it. You're throwing gang signs. You're a part of it, right? On top of that, you're using your gang, your influence. You're using that to potentially put hits out on people, right? That's RICO right there, bro. That's 25. That's life right there. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So I think this is a clear point of these kids not understanding. This shit is not a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? These fucking kids are like, you fucking like using this shit for like clout and waving guns around and fucking like doing this gang shit. Like, this shit is for real. Like, people die for this shit. People spend the rest of their fucking lives for this shit. People rot in prison, watch their mothers, their fathers, their children die while they're fucking in jail because of this gang shit. You know what I'm saying? And here you are, a stupid motherfucker that don't got nothing. You don't know what the fuck you doing. And you playing with this shit. And you're playing with this shit. And you're drawing mad attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not only drawing attention from the police, but you're drawing attention from everybody else. Real people that really feel deeply about this gang shit. So if the police didn't come, it was just a matter of time that the energy that you put out is going to combust and is going to bring back some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if you remember the day that he ended up getting probation for the pedophile shit, there was a shooting that happened at Philippe's restaurant in New York. Like, one of his guys got shot.
Yeah.
The same day. And then, like a week or two later, when he was in LA filming the music video with Kanye and, you know, Nicki was on her way, the house they were at gets shot up. You know, right after the altercation with YG's people. Not to say that one had anything to do with the other, but I'm just saying, like, you have these multiple shootings that have happened, and what does he do after the last shooting? He does a little video dancing around all his little security guards and everything else like that. He's, you know, still telling people to suck his dick, still pushing the line, you know what I mean? Still being Tekashi.
Well, you gonna learn today.
Okay, so he gets transferred. He was originally in Rikers, and he gets transferred.
He was never in Rikers.
He was in Rikers.
Nah, I mean, not for this. Fed in the feds, you don't go to Rikers. He was in the Rikers for the other shit when he got picked up for the other shit. But just now, he wasn't in Rikers. He was in Fed. He was in probably Brooklyn, the Brooklyn spot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well,
the Feds and Rikers is totally different things. Like, there's two different You don't go like state is Rikers Island. Feds is like MDC.
I'm looking at these articles. Tekashi claims people attempted to murder him in Rikers Island.
Yeah, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Tekashi lands in special area of Rikers Island. I mean, these are all legitimate.
He's not on Rikers Island, bro. There's no way he's on Rikers Island. Unless he was on Rikers Island. He was on Rikers Island for the last
According to
case.
the New York City Department of Correction website, the rapper's was at the time he was currently housed at the West facility of Rikers Island,
What date?
which houses inmates with contagious diseases.
What date was this?
This was. Oh, I see what you're saying. It was
You know what I'm
July.
saying?
Okay, you're right.
Right.
You're right. Okay, you're right. My bad.
So, it's cool because you don't know.
I don't know.
Saying? So,
Yeah.
when the feds come, you can only go in federal jails. You can't go to Rikers Island because that's a state jail.
Got
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Well, that's how it is in New York City. You know what I mean? Other places is different, but in New York City, so he went to one jail and I think he got transferred to another jail or whatever. You know what I mean?